The infancy of Prophet Muhammad PBUH was nothing short of extraordinary. His early life was marked by remarkable events and divine care, signifying his future as the messenger of Allah. Born into the tribe of Quraysh in Mecca, he arrived in the year of the elephant, 570 CE, a time of great significance that would soon be echoed throughout the world. As a young child, Prophet Muhammad's PBUH life was shaped by both love and loss. His father, Abdullah, passed away before he was even born, leaving him without a father's presence. His mother, Amina, raised him in the early years with love and care, but she, too, passed away when Muhammad PBUH was only 6 years old, leaving him an orphan. In the face of such loss, the infant Muhammad PBUH found comfort under the guardianship of his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib. A respected leader of the Quraysh, Abdul Muttalib adored the child and cared for him deeply. However, the protection of his grandfather was short-lived, for Abdul Muttalib passed away when Muhammad PBUH was only 8 years old. After this, the care of the young prophet was entrusted to his uncle, Abu Talib, who provided him with guidance and protection as he grew into a young man. One of the most notable aspects of Muhammad's PBUH childhood was his time spent in the desert with the Bedouin. His mother sent him to be nursed by a woman from the desert, as was the custom of the time, to provide him with the strength and purity of the desert air and surroundings. There, he was nursed and cared for by Halimah al-Sa'diyah, a woman from the Banu Said tribe, who would later recount the special qualities of the infant Muhammad PBUH. It was in these formative years that some extraordinary incidents were noted. As the child Muhammad PBUH grew under Halimah's care, people began to notice his exceptional traits, such as his kindness, wisdom, and calm demeanor. One significant event during his early years was the incident known as the splitting of the chest. When Muhammad PBUH was a young boy, playing with other children, 2 angels are said to have appeared and performed a strange but profound act. They opened his chest, purified his heart, and then closed it again. This act was seen as a spiritual cleansing, preparing him for the monumental task he was destined to undertake later in life. Muhammad PBUH exhibited qualities that were unparalleled, even in his early years. His intelligence, composure, and innate sense of justice made him a figure who was loved and respected by those around him. In a world rife with hardship and social division, his spirit was a beacon of potential, a symbol of purity and integrity that transcended the ordinary. Even at this tender age, his destiny was unfolding in the most unique of ways. Though the world at the time had not yet realized it, the infant who had already suffered the loss of his father and mother, and faced the protection of relatives who would soon pass away, was being prepared to change the world. As Prophet Muhammad PBUH entered his youth, he began to show an acute awareness of the world around him. His early exposure to hardship and the loss of loved ones imbued him with a sense of empathy and resilience that would define his character throughout his life. Even as a child, his natural inclination toward honesty, fairness, and kindness made him stand out among his peers. It was during these formative years that Prophet Muhammad PBUH would come to be known by the title, Al-Amin, meaning, the Trustworthy. This moniker reflected not just his character, but the sense of trust and respect others had for him, even at such a young age. People around him began to sense that he was no ordinary child, and whispers of his greatness began to grow, though no one could have anticipated the greatness that lay ahead. Thus, the babyhood and early childhood of Prophet Muhammad PBUH were filled with both ordinary and extraordinary occurrences, each foreshadowing the remarkable life he would lead and the divine message he would one day deliver to the world. Even in his youth, his life was imbued with signs of his sacred mission, and the path of his prophethood was being paved in subtle and profound ways, preparing him for the momentous journey that would define human history.